ladies and gentlemen, the Maharashtra elections are turning out to be such a joy courtesy Ajit Pawar. But what has happened today has many people asking whether the Mahayuti will survive this election intact. Now, as you know, the BJP's rallying cry for the past several weeks in Maharashtra has been Batenge to Katenge. In other words, divided we fall, united we stand. Now, ironically, this is a slogan that applies as much to the BJP and its allies today as it does to the voters, simply because the cracks within the ruling Mahayuti alliance continues to widen. Now, all of it started with UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, who was campaigning in Washim, repeating his now famous slogan and asking BJP's voters to not get divided. Listen in.
राष्ट्र से बढ़कर के कुछ नहीं हो सकता, कुछ नहीं हो सकता। और राष्ट्र तब सशक्त होगा जब हम एक रहेंगे, नेक रहेंगे, तभी नेक रहेंगे। बटेंगे तो कटेंगे। आप देख रहे हैं ना, बांग्लादेश में देख रहे हो ना, तो वो गलतियां यहां नहीं होनी चाहिए। बटेंगे तो कटेंगे, एक रहेंगे तो नेक रहेंगे, सुरक्षित रहेंगे और समृद्धि की पराकाष्ठा को पहुंचेंगे।
Now, funnily though, the counter to Yogi came not just from the opposition, but from the BJP's own ally, in fact, the Deputy Chief Minister of the state. Ajit Pawar claimed that outsiders should remember that Maharashtra has never accepted such divisive rhetoric and has followed Shivaji's teachings of taking everyone along. Listen in.
महाराष्ट्र हा शाहू फुले आंबेडकरांचा महाराष्ट्र आहे. तुम्ही इतर राज्यांची महाराष्ट्राची तुलना करू नका. महाराष्ट्रातल्या लोकांना हे अजिबात आवडत नाही. महाराष्ट्रातल्या लोकांनी सातत्याने जातीय सलोखा ठेवण्याचा प्रयत्न केलेला आहे आणि शिवशाहू फुले आंबेडकरांची विचारधारा ही सगळ्या 18 पगड जाती 12 बलुतेदारांना बरोबर घेऊन जाण्याची आहे. त्याच्यामुळं बाहेरचे लोक येतात, ते त्यांचा विचार करून त्या ठिकाणी बोलून जातात, परंतु महाराष्ट्राने हे कदापि मान्य केलेलं नाही. हा आजपर्यंतचा महाराष्ट्राच्या निवडणुकांचा इतिहास आहे.
Now, with the split wide open, the BJP doubled down on Yogi's Batenge to Katenge claim, with the Prime Minister himself today echoing the sentiment with his Ek hai to safe hai claim in Dhule. Listen in.
का एजेंडा है कि देश भर की आदिवासी जातियां आपस में लड़ती रहें, उनकी सामूहिक आदिवासी ताकत खत्म हो जाए। कांग्रेस ने जब धर्म के नाम पर ऐसे ही साजिशें रची थी तो देश का बंटवारा हो गया था। अब कांग्रेस एससी, एसटी, ओबीसी समाज की एक जाति को दूसरे के खिलाफ खड़ा कर रही है। अलग अलग जातियों में टूटने से आप सोचिए कमजोर हो जाएंगे कि नहीं हो जाएंगे। इसलिए मैं कहता हूं, एक है तो सेफ है।
Now, Ajit, on a rampage, didn't spare the Prime Minister either. With the BJP star campaigner, that's the Prime Minister, planning to carpet bomb Maharashtra, the NCP leader issued a veiled warning saying that there was no need for big leaders to enter Baramati. They should go to constituencies that need them. Essentially saying, please don't come to Baramati. I don't need you. Listen in.
बारामतीत मला कुणाची सभा नको, त्याच्यापेक्षा इतर भागामध्ये जाऊन सभा घेणं ते जास्त महत्त्वाचं आहे. तिकडे सभा घेतल्या जातील वरिष्ठांच्या.
Meanwhile, away from the election rhetoric and on the ground, the BJP's other ally is also throwing all talk of Hindu unity to the wind and leaving no stone unturned to reach out to minority voters. Listen in to this appeal by the Shinde Sena candidate in Baikula. This just to show you that there is political rhetoric, but things on the ground can be completely different. Listen in to Yamini Jadhav.
हम हमेशा क्यों बदनाम करते हैं मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी को पता नहीं। एक ट्रेंड आ जाता है, एक लहर आ जाती है, उनकी भी कहीं मजबूरियां होंगी, वो मुझे समझनी चाहिए। और वो भी इंसान है, दिल से सोचते हैं, दिमाग से सोचते हैं, तो उनको पता है ये 5 सालों में कौन काम कर रहा था।
So that is what happens on the ground, ladies and gentlemen. Predictably, this has opened up the ruling alliance to pot shots about the opposition and its own unity. Listen in.
इस राज्य में ना कोई बटेगा ना कटेगा। बटेंगे तो आप लोग। बात ऐसी है कि ये बीजेपी वाले खुद बटे हुए हैं। ये बीजेपी वाले खुद बटे हुए हैं। दूसरों को बांटने की बात करते हैं, खुद बटे हैं। योगी आदित्यनाथ मुंबई आने वाले हैं तो उनके नाम से ये घोषणा लगी है, बटेंगे कटेंगे बटेंगे कटेंगे। योगी जी को 4 भाई है, 4 भाई 40 साल में एक साथ नहीं मिले हैं कभी। कौन बटे हैं? योगी अपने माँ बाप को नहीं मिल सकता है कभी जाकर। योगी जी, हाँ, उनके पिताजी का देहांत हो गया, योगी जी वहां नहीं गए। क्या बटने के बाद? अपना परिवार एक नहीं है, आपका परिवार बटा हुआ है सबका। मोदी जी का परिवार बटा हुआ है और आप क्या हमको बटेंगे कटेंगे की बात करते हो?
Now, barbs and taunts aside, the facts are undeniable. Almost 2 years later, Ajit Pawar's inclusion in the Mahayuti remains a sore point for the alliance, whether it be in the form of slurs that have been hurled between warring allies or delays over seat sharing or even Nawab Malik. In the last few days alone, Ajit Pawar has put up Nawab Malik and his daughter against 2 of Mahayuti's own candidates, your allies, openly rejecting one of the BJP star campaigners and snubbing the Prime Minister himself. The question is the Mahayuti itself neither ek nor safe? I'm putting that question to my guests who are joining me this evening. I thank them all. Niranjan Shetty, leader of the BJP, Dr. Naveen Kumar, spokesperson of the NCP, the Ajit Pawar faction, back on the broadcast with us. Anish Gawande, good to see you again, national spokesperson of the NCP, the Sharad Pawar faction. Chitra Batham is spokesperson of the Congress party, and Dr. Uday Nirgudkar is a senior journalist. He'll help us understand ye khichdi pak kya rahi hai, because there is this massive khichdi on in Maharashtra's politics. But Niranjan ji, I am going to come to you first. The Prime Minister today very grandly said, एक हैं तो safe हैं. But आपकी अपनी alliance, it seems, is neither एक nor safe.
I couldn't hear your question. Can you please repeat it?
Yes, Niranjan ji, I can repeat it and you let me know if you can hear me now. My question to you is this. The Prime Minister today in Maharashtra gave a new spin to the election campaigning saying, ek hain to safe hain. But the opposition is saying, your opposition is saying, this Mahayuti is neither ek and therefore is neither safe.
See, first of all, I do not know which leader of the Mahayuti has spoken such or, countered the Prime Minister's quote, number one. Number two, as far as the Prime Minister's concern is there, he clearly wants to speak that Maharashtra has been a state where all religions, irrespective of caste and creed, worked in harmony. Whereas we have seen in Maharashtra, like if you see 92, 93 rights, or for others matters,
Niranjan ji, ruk jaiye. Niranjan ji, let me rephrase my question because I don't think you understood the question I was asking you. The question I'm asking you is simple. You have your own ally in the Mahayuti. Are Shetty ji, sun to lijiye. Shetty ji, sun to lijiye. सुन तो लीजिए. My point is, Ajit,
I am saying he
Mr.
said.
Shetty, just hear my question. I'm not offering an opinion. I'm not offering an opinion, Mr. Shetty.
Community or caste or religion.
Mr. Shetty, I'm not offering an opinion. I have none on the subject. I'm asking you a simple question. You have an ally within the Mahayuti called Ajit Pawar. He's the Deputy Chief Minister of the state. He's saying people from outside come, they make these divisive rhetoric, and then they go back not knowing what Maharashtra's culture is, and that the people of Maharashtra do not fall for it. He was speaking about UP's chief minister, who's an ally in this Mahayuti alliance, Yogi Adityanath. For the prime minister, he is saying, I don't need any bada leaders in Baramati. Please tell me if this is not split wide open.
That is what I am trying to say. See, I am seeing from the perspective what Mr. Ajit Pawar spoke, whereas the distortion of what Mr. Ajit Pawar has spoken, he is also saying the same thing, that we have to come together and we have to be organized. Now that's what I was trying to say in my opening remark, that this state is united and organized. There is a positive atmosphere in that. And so we do not have anything negative in perspective. So we need to keep ourselves united. So there is no way of thinking negativity. Why somebody is reading something else? That is what we are trying to say. We did not get divided.
Okay, Dr. Naveen Kumar, you are spokesperson of the NCP Ajit Pawar faction. Now, I am being told that Mr. Ajit Pawar's reference to divisive outsiders who make divisive rhetoric was not to Yogi Adityanath, but the fact is he was answering a question on Yogi Adityanath's Katenge to Batenge. So what are we misunderstanding here? What exactly was Ajit Pawar trying to say?
मैडम, हमारे महायुति में किसी तरह का भेदभाव नहीं है, किसी तरह का ये दुराव नहीं है, कंफ्यूजन नहीं हो। बांटेंगे तो कटेंगे, उनका कहना है कि महाराष्ट्र के लिए यह नारा उपयुक्त नहीं है। कोई भी नारा एक समय तक, एक खास आयु रहती है उसकी, एक अवधि तक ही जीवित रहता है। वो उत्तर प्रदेश के लिए, हरियाणा के लिए कारगर हुआ, महाराष्ट्र के लिए नहीं होगा। यहाँ इस नारे की जरूरत नहीं है। और दूसरी चीज है कि विपक्षी पार्टियां इस नारे को, जो कि ये भावार्थ भावार्थ नहीं समझ रही है, शब्दार्थ पर चली गई है। वो शब्द को एनालिसिस करके उनको लगता है कि समुदाय विशेष के कटने की बात कर रहे हैं। ना, सबको साथ, सबका विकास लेकर चल रहा है हमारी युति सरकार, समझ रहना है। और नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने तो आज क्लियर कर दिया, उन्होंने कहा कि एक है, सेफ है। फिर कहां रह जाती है कि दुराव की बात है। और मेन देखिए मैडम, जिस समय हम मुगलों के गुलाम हुए थे, बटने के कारण, नहीं रुक जाइए मैडम, ये इतिहास को टटोलना होगा। 12,000 फौज के साथ बाबर ने हमारे 1.25 लाख सैनिकों को रौंद दिया था। अगर नहीं बटे होते तो बाबर यहाँ पैर नहीं जमाता। तो बटेंगे तो कटेंगे वहां फिट होता है। आप अपने लोगों में बटने की बात कहां कर रहे हैं? इसको गलत तरीके से विपक्षी पार्टियां
जवाब दीजिए
के फेरा में है कि योगी के और अजित पवार के बीच में दवाई है। इस तरह की बात नहीं है।
नहीं
वो हवा दे रही है, उसको एक मुद्दा चाहिए।
नवीन कुमार,
इस तरह से
आई अंडरस्टैंड।
देखिए,
ऑब्वियसली इलेक्शन है, मुद्दा तो आपको भी चाहिए, उनको भी चाहिए,
मैडम एक चीज और बता देते हैं।
दर्शकों को भी मुद्दा बहुत अच्छा लगता है, हम लोगों को बड़ा मजा आता है। लेकिन एक मिनट रुक जाइए। डॉक्टर नवीन कुमार जी, आपने एक चीज बोली, उसका मैं जरा रिस्पांस ले लूं निरंजन जी से। निरंजन जी, आप बोल रहे थे हम तो सब बिल्कुल, you have misunderstood the statement that Ajit Pawar has made and the statement that Yogi Adityanath has made. You have Dr. Naveen Kumar very clearly saying that such type of naras may have some utility in Uttar Pradesh and Haryana, लेकिन वो महाराष्ट्र में नहीं चलेगा। So essentially, Ajit Pawar was attacking Yogi Adityanath only.
See, who can be better than the Ajit Pawar faction people speaking that? Now you have on record a statement from the Ajit Pawar section speaking that what he means to speak. He gave an example of Babar, that itself speaks. Secondly, you spoke about the PM. He said we have ek hai to safe hai. So where did Narendra Modi ji speak anything about particular or pointed toward any religion? what is the harm? Why do the media look into that perspective that we are speaking only about a particular religion? We are speaking of the whole. We are saying that sarva dharma samabhav and everybody should be incalculated that. Your perception is different. My seeing is perception.
No, if you were
I see
speaking
from
about
my
all religions, then Yogi Adityanath would not have mentioned Bangladesh.
Sorry?
I'm saying if Yogi Adityanath was talking about all religions, he would not have brought in Bangladesh into that statement. Anyhow, can I just take a minute then? Chalo, you are saying media is doing badmashi. I don't know how media is doing badmashi because Yogi Adityanath's statement is there for everyone to see. And then you have Ajit Pawar's statement for everyone to see.
It's like half filled. You are speaking like, a glass which is filled with half water. I see it is filled with half, and others see the half empty. That is the kind of perspective I am putting before you.
Anish, okay. Anish, then the charge being made by the BJP is, then I'll put this question both to Chitra and to Anish Gawande. And ladies and gentlemen, just to say that if the Mahayuti has its own problems, then the Mahavikas Aghadi has its own problems, right? Because the Prime Minister today has challenged the Congress party to praise Bal Thackeray, and the Congress party is silent on that. I'll go to the Congress person, but Anish Gawande, essentially the argument coming in from the BJP is ye media wale misunderstand kar rahe hain, and opposition is doing badmashi and making a mountain out of a molehill. We have all misunderstood what was being said and what is being done.
No, I don't think there's been any misunderstandings here. I think the only confusion is why is the BJP behaving like a marketing agency rather than a government running party? Because every day there's a new slogan, Batenge to Katenge, ek hai to safe hai, this and that, right? I think the reality very directly is that this is a manufactured controversy. You're realizing that Ajit Pawar, who is controlled from New Delhi, much like his sort of sibling faction, the Eknath Shinde Shiv Sena, does not have any counter to give because he's lost face this election. So these controversies are being manufactured left, right, and center. Now, the real thing he's trying to distract from is Sadabhav Khote's statement against Sharad Pawar very recently, where he made an outrageous comment about Sharad Pawar's face when Devendra Fadnavis was sitting on stage next to him, which senior leaders of the BJP have refused to apologize for, which has snowballed into a much bigger controversy in Maharashtra. The real issues of this election are very clear. They are inflation, unemployment, and corruption. These are distractions that are being introduced by the BJP in connivance with Ajit Pawar to keep him relevant in the media right now. The very direct question that needs to be asked currently is why does the BJP have no other strategy this election in Maharashtra than to polarize? There's no sort of progressive agenda. There's no development work mentioned. The only thing you hear from Yogi Adityanath, who I don't know why he's campaigning in Maharashtra to begin with, to the Prime Minister, is these divisive slogans that are then patched up as not targeting a particular community by spokespersons on national television. This is a joke unfolding in front of you, left, right, and center.
Okay, so you're saying this is Mili Bhagat between the BJP and Ajit
100%.
Pawar to keep Ajit Pawar and the Mahayuti alliance in the headlines.
100%.
That is what you're saying.
100%.
And there is no such news as bad news as far as, there is no such publicity as bad publicity. So that is exactly what the BJP is hoping it can claim from the media. Okay, I get your point. But Chitra Batham, while it is all very well for the media, for the opposition, that's the Mahavikas Aghadi, to speak about deep divisions within the Mahayuti, especially between Ajit Pawar and the BJP and the Shiva Sena, which is the Shinde faction. And we've seen that play out in the last 2 to 3 months, whether it is Nawab Malik, whether it is other issues, whether it is Ajit Pawar walking out of a meeting where the Chief Minister was present because he was upset that too much money was being spent on welfare schemes, etc. The fact is that if Mahayuti has its own problems as far as unity is concerned, so does Chitra, the Mahavikas Aghadi. Today, for example, the challenged that if the Congress has the guts, it should come out and praise Bal Thackeray. After all, it is in alliance with his son. So, Chitraji, is the Congress party going to take up that challenge? If it doesn't, then it says something, right?
Well, Shreya, before I answer that respective question, let me also, put my point for the narrative or the agenda that we have been speaking about. Uh, in Hindi, Shreya, there is a saying called as "सौ चूहे खाकर बिल्ली हज को चली," and that is what the position of BJP spokesperson and Ajit Pawar faction spokesperson is. Okay. So after trying all the types of communal politics since 2014, bluntly one specific community for all sorts of things, and trying and experimenting with vote jihad or love jihad or land jihad in Maharashtra when nothing works over here. They are saying that divisive politics have no place in Maharashtra. So Shreya, they is the anniversary demonetization, which was a blunder in the India's economy, and the Prime Minister also started off with a mendacious campaign and had started in the market. As you know, was being
Chitra,
targeted by RSS.
I'm having to interrupt you because your audio is not very good. Chitra, I'm having to stop you because your audio is not very good. We'll try and fix it because I want to hear what you are saying and also the fact that you have not answered my question. So can we just fix Chitra's audio so that we can get clearly the Congress point of view across? Dr. Uday, आप तो सीनियर जर्नलिस्ट हैं. खिचड़ी तो दोनों साइड में पक रही है. मतलब खिचड़ी दोनों साइड है. Maharashtra politics is one big खिचड़ी today. But I want to ask you what you make of this dynamic between Ajit Pawar, who's on a rampage, and the Shiva Sena and the BJP. Is there a fear that if there is a hung house after the elections, Ajit Pawar, given his flexibility, could very well walk across to the other side?
Shreya, by choosing this topic today, you have chosen to create an analogy. It is like a cricket pitch on the 4th or 5th day of a test match. And your questions to all the political batsmen of various parties are like Bumrah's fast in-swinger on the good length spot, and everybody was struggling. Second take is on that. Please add 2 more statements to what we have already shown. Chhagan Bhujbal recently said that nobody can ignore Ajit Pawar before making a CM. And that's a very significant statement. Number 2 statement by none other than Raj Thackeray, who said, CM Mahayuti ka hoga, Devendra Fadnavis hoga, and MNS will be a part of it. Please read those 2 statements very carefully, very clearly. My third take on this, election abhi chalu nahi hui hai. Now you say, Uday, are you mad? What are we discussing here? Please understand, election process will begin after 23rd 5 p.m. 23rd 5 p.m. के बाद anybody can go with anybody. ये जो है आपने बात कही, that's the truth. And the low-hanging fruit are not the parties with the major votes or major seats, but it is the minority vote and minority seats. With no political ideology, they can go and swing to any side to form the government. It is being discussed over here of the low and stoop political level, who in 2019 was mocking Devendra Fadnavis with some very ugly signs of the hand. People are over here talking of bad and foul languages. What language each of these parties are talking? Already there are rifts about Mahayuti we are discussing. Why not to discuss beautiful, wonderful, brotherly relations of Sanjay Raut and Nana Patole? Why not to discuss the statement by Shiva Sena Supremo Chief Uddhav Thackeray, who said, सब लोग यहाँ पे बैठे हैं, CM का candidate अभी क्यों नहीं declare करते? Headline is not that. Headline is the second line. And he said, जिसके ज्यादा MLA, उसका अगर CM बनने वाला है, तो एक दूसरे को गिराने की स्पर्धा चालू होगी. That's a fear or threat. I don't know. Is that a wonderful relationship of trust? So it's all bed of strange, bad partners in politics. Nobody is untouchable and everybody is huggable. तो आज की तारीख में कोई किसी के ऊपर ज्यादा आलोचना ना करे। प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, कल अपने को दूसरे के साथ बैठना पड़ेगा और श्रेया जी इसका एक का वीडियो बना के फिर से दिखाएगी और टीआरपी ले लेगी। आप जरा संभाल के बात कीजिएगा सब लोग।
Chaliye, Dr. Uday, thank you very much for putting the story in perspective. It was important for our viewers to know why exactly Mr. Ajit Pawar is out and about, not attacking the opposition in election season, but attacking his own allies. And you're absolutely right. It's not just the Mahayuti. It is even the Mahavikas Aghadi that is seeing an internal struggle. The only thing is they've managed to keep it out of the headlines. Courtesy Ajit Pawar, Mahayuti रोज headline में होता है. हाँ. बोलिए.
If I can add one line, अगर अजीत पवार ने इतना महायुति के खिलाफ बोला है, why not the Sharad Pawar faction NCP is saying just one line, that golden line, welcome Ajit Pawar, please join our party back. Why are they not saying it? This is a golden opportunity. अगर उनको लगता है they are talking against the Mahayuti, let them open the doors.
But I will bring you back to something you said, that the election will actually start post November 23rd. तो वो invitation जो है शायद उसके बाद आएगा. Let's see. We don't know which way this election goes, right? We'll all have to wait. We'll all have to wait. Dr. Uday, thank you very much for joining us on the broadcast, putting the story on perspective. Chitra, I'm so sorry your audio, it's not something we've been able to fix. Anish Gawande, thank you very much. Dr. Naveen Kumar, shukriya, thank you very much. And Niranjan Shetty ji, thank you very much as well. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I'm slipping into a quick break on the show. From Maharashtra on the other side, we are shifting to the state of Uttar Pradesh that has a new novel idea on how to keep its women safe. It's something that has run into a controversy and a debate. It's coming up next. Do stay with us.